I'm Kristen Cantrell, and I build communities and I coach women on building communities.
My name is Matthew Gottesman. I'm an entrepreneur, podcaster, author, speaker, and a million other things.
My name is Carly. I'm the founder and CEO of The Goodbye Media.
Jess Glazer-DeRose. I am a business mentor. Hi, I'm Sarah Bell. I'm the founder and creative director of Bell & Whistle Design Studio. We build luxury, high-end brands, websites, and graphic design for ambitious women-owned businesses.
My name is Matthew Allen. I am a storytelling content creation coach. I help people speak their truth online.
I haven't had any weird jobs. I've had weird things happen at jobs. So I was a bartender. Definitely had some weird things happen there. You know, fights break out in the bar, getting hit on in the bar, being followed home from the bar. That happened. I was the game room technician at Peter Piper Pizza. I got really good at the claw machine and really good at navigating angry parents when I wasn't taking their kids' tickets fast enough for their prizes. So there's, now that I think about it, some lessons that I took with me into my professional career. But yeah, that was probably the weirdest.
I can tell you a really embarrassing thing that happened recently in a meeting. So I was in a meeting with a guy. I had on like a cardigan and I had taken it off and I left it. We moved tables. And I'm sitting at the table having a conversation with him, and the barista comes up to me and she hands me underwear and says that I left them at the other chair. And I had, because when you wash your clothes and if it's like I had a sweater material with silk material and it's stuck, and I was mortified. I was like, these aren't mine. And then I was like, they are mine.
There was once a wedding that I filmed in a very small town in Canada. You had to take 3 planes and a 2-hour bus drive to get to this destination. It was epic. I was so honored to capture this wedding. And I was so excited. I edited, the whole highlight film. And when I got back to Arizona, my hard drive crashed and I had to tell the client, I'm sorry, your wedding footage is gone. But thankfully I was so pumped to edit the highlights. They had something to show for it, but they didn't have everything. There's been so many times in the course of my business that I've had to put my tail between my legs. I think what's so important is that if we come to the table with, solutions, which sometimes it doesn't feel like there are any solutions, but if we're able to come to the table with true, genuine honesty and really just doing the best to make it right, that's the most important thing.
In my first startup with my ex-business partner, we were, really close friends, and we had an attorney, but I had mentioned to the attorney, listen, hey, we're on pause. Don't answer any of his questions. We're trying to figure out what we're going to do. And unfortunately, my ex-business partner kept asking them questions to a bill that turned into $20,000, which I didn't have. I was 22 years old. And so the lawyer eventually issued a bill. It's a very, big law firm in Silicon Valley. And I told my father, I'm like, listen, I don't have the money. He's like, you should tell them that. And so I got on the phone and I said, listen, initially, here's the emails. We did tell you to not answer any of his emails. He said, no, I understand. He's like, do you have the money? I was like, I don't. And he's like, we're gonna excuse it. We'll excuse the money. Did you learn a lesson? And I said, yeah, I never want a business partner ever again. And he's like, that's not the lesson. He's like, there'll be people you can do business with and people you can't. And you'll have to figure that out, but you can't do everything alone.
That's what we get to do, is we get to be leaders by being vulnerable, by saying that I messed up. And that's been my biggest practice this year, is learning how to be safe in the unknown, that the universe has got your back. It's gonna show up for you in unexpected ways. But again, we have our own lessons to learn, and just own that. By owning it, I take my power back, and now I can come back to making my art and speaking my truth.